am not far from it.
Ah, there you are. That's better.
How are you this morning, my lady?
Ready to kick some ass, I think.
I'd rather put them to the sword, but if kicking their asses makes you more happier, it won't defeat the enemy as much, I don't think.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of the enemy this time.
Ah,
Gotta get you lot in line first before we take on the enemy, do we not? Locked me in.
well, it was probably for your own best. Your own good.
Did I lock you in when you had too much to drink, I wonder? No, I took you for a walk to walk it off, did I not?
Yes.
Threatened to put me in a cell.
Well, it was not acting yourself, my lady.
Again, did I put you in a cell when you were in the same state?
No, you did not.
And you threatened me with a truncheon, I seem to remember.
You do have a good memory.
What, do you think I would have forgotten everything just because I was a little intoxicated? More than that, to fell a dragon.
I would say you was a little then more, in my opinion, but there we go.
If I wasn't dancing on a table, I wasn't drunk enough.
Well, you were dancing either way, so I don't think you were far from that step.
You locked me in a room. I had to entertain myself somehow. Remember what I told you would happen when they locked me in a cell? How I kept myself entertained?
Oh, yes. At least here was a lot more comfortable.
Well, that's true, but even so. And you threatened me with a water bucket.
Yes, I did.
Rude.
Sometimes, my lady, even you may need some discipline.
Well, good luck with that. That's all I'm saying. Let me know how well it works for you.
Well, I'm not winning so far, but I'm not complaining either. I am enjoying the battles that we have.
Maybe a little too much. I think you expected me to have a headache this morning.
You did say that you have a fixed skull. Maybe that's what protected you.
Maybe. I seem to recall saying almost as thick as yours.
You do remember quite the event, eh?
Well, getting drunk every now and again doesn't do you any harm. I was ready to rip somebody's head off. It was the safer option.
Well, that was probably the reason why that I took away your keys. But I will gladly give them back if you promise that you will not go a display in public such again while you are the general.
Well, I can't promise that. I can promise to try. But if it's a choice of getting drunk or eating somebody, what would you rather I did?
Well, there is the third option.
Which is what?
The water prison.
You can try.
Well, if you're that drunk, I don't think it would be that hard.
How easy was it to get me back here?
A lot easier than I was expecting.
Yes, that's
and
because I didn't...
Had you continued, I would have got the Lady Wizard to teleport you directly here.
Well, if you'd carried on blustering, I probably would have tried flying, which wouldn't have gone well for most people underneath me.
Well, I didn't try to stop you from doing anything. I just wanted to take you somewhere safe and out of the way.
Don't threaten me with a cell. I don't like it.
It was an ill-chosen joke, my lady.
I never see the inside of one of those things again for the rest of my life. It will be too soon.
I will not mention it again. And
Thank you.
Consider any room that I put you in to ever be a cell, including this one.
No, this isn't quite a cell, although I wasn't happy that the door was locked. At least I wasn't alone.
Oh, you had rather handsome and enjoyable company.
Oh, the ego's back. I like it.
Well, it's more to make you laugh than anything else. I don't really have an ego.
Uh-huh, of course not. You have rather more of one since this new knight's been around.
Well, one must outdo their fellow knights.
No. Maybe in some cases, but you don't need to prove who's the biggest pain in the ass.
Well, I'm not, but my brother has come and reminded me of things that we should do and be aware of that I have let slip for a little while.
Yes, you had more respect from people when you did let them slip, so bear that in mind too.
Yes, and now I have 2 servants of the enemy inside my walls, being treated quite fine compared to how you were treated inside their walls, you say.
That is because we are not them. We start treating them the same way they treat us, then how are we any better?
Well, I feel that I have been more than courteous enough to Lady Zedeka, but she still shows me contempt.
You've been less courteous since he arrived.
Well, there are procedures that must be adhered to, my lady, especially for a convict. I mean, I can't just allow them to have freedom to walk around when they're supposed to be serving punishment.
No, but we can be a little politer.
I have done more than enough. I was able to convince the Arch-Chancellor the other day to expand the abode for her to stay in. She now has a separate room away from the entrance.
Good.
in a bathroom, shall we say.
Good. I don't want anybody popping in on her while she's trying to get changed unannounced. That's not the right thing to do. I will go and take another look when I have a chance. But even so, lose the bravado around him. It doesn't suit you. You have nothing to prove to him. And like it or he can bloody lump it.
It's just an automatic reaction when there is another knight around, unfortunately, on my part. It's not about proving that I am better to him, but that he understands and sees that I am still a knight of Bretonia, not lost in his eyes. If it wasn't for the fact that the lady had intervened in the Battle of Essone, I'm pretty sure my brother knight would have wanted the death penalty.
Well, he can want whatever he bloody wishes. It doesn't mean he's going to get it. I want him to be more polite and a little more courteous and to stop throwing bloody orders around every 5 seconds, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get what I want either.
But it's a different matter entirely, my lady.
No, it's not. Why do you feel you have to prove yourself to him?
We are knights of Bretonia, and that is what we do. When we are not busy fighting the enemy, we are busy fighting each other to see who is the best.
Then how do you ever get anything done?
It's all about training, you see, my lady. We don't try to kill each other.
He's not a better man than you, so don't feel that way.
Well, I don't. It is just part of our culture, my lady. I will try to endeavour to not make such big boasts in the future, although that was only a joke in the first place.
Tone it down a little. If he steps out of line, I'll kick his ass. Or you can challenge him and we can watch you kick his ass. Either way, it will be amusing.
You are the general. You have every right to do so. But I believe my brother is softening up either way.
He wasn't very soft yesterday when he started yelling at me about going snatching the amulet off a poor man that's going to go insane if he does so. And if he raises his voice to me again, I will smack him.
Just be careful he doesn't challenge you, my lady.
He can challenge me all he wishes. My people are not going to follow his orders, so he's going to have to tone it down or he's going to lose troops. They would follow yours, but I don't think they'd follow his. There's the difference. You have respect from people, he does not. Respect is given, not demanded. Now you've gone quiet.
No, I was just thinking. Apologies.
Don't let him destroy the respect and the reputation you have built here with people who are not soldiers, who are willing to follow you regardless. Because if he carries on, that's what's going to happen. And if need be, I will tell him so myself. These people care about you. They don't know him, so why would they follow him? All they've seen is a lot of mouth and a lot of bravado and not a lot else. Whereas you've already shown them kindness and that you will stand behind them. What more do you need?
But you cannot expect me to be so forgiving the enemies of the servants of the enemy, shall I say.
Those who
I can't
follow
expect it to
willingly.
be. Yes, I understand that, but you still can't expect me to. I mean, they have committed numerous amounts of murder in the name of their god. It cannot be forgiven overnight.
No one's suggesting it gets forgiven overnight. You seem to think it's an all or nothing situation, and things rarely are.
It will take a lot of time for me to accept this, my lady. I've accepted a great many other things that are not usual for me to deal with, and I have dealt with them quite fine, I think. But these two situations for me are more than I can bear. I will be courteous to both of them and treat them with honor and respect, as I have done so. But do not expect me to sit at a table and eat dinner with the enemy. Sorry to say, my lady. It will be a long time before that will happen.
Who you eat your dinner with is your business. I can't intervene on that. But I need to know that once I have all the evidence in front of me and I make a decision, you're going to support it.
I will support whatever decision you make. Am I still allowed to point out any flaws I think may be important, or
Of
you wish me not
course.
to? Ah, very well. Just so that I understand. But yes, like I did yesterday, I supported your plan.
Did I
And
not
I will
tell you I
continue to
need you
do
to
so.
help me? That I want you beside me? Do I need to repeat myself?
No, you do not, my lady.
But how you point out flaws in the plan and how he points out flaws in the plan are two completely separate entities. I can take it when you do it because of the manner it's delivered in. But if he shouts at me one more time, I am going to kick his ass.
Well, I would try to aim for between the plating.
Well, maybe ours is a little further back than where I was going to aim, but that's entirely beside the point. I don't want these kind of conversations in here, but we can't even talk in the chapel freely since it's crowded of good soldiers now.
Well, it may become busier in the coming days and weeks, my lady.
Well, then we need to find somewhere else to have these kind of discussions. They have no place in here.
Our private discussions or discussions for the coming campaign?
I know the private discussions have place in here. The campaign discussions should not be in this room, I don't think. We need to separate the two.
We can always hold the meetings at Fort Sun.
Well, we usually bicker about these things after everybody else has gone to bed, do we not? You want to travel all the way there to do that and then come all the way back?
There are rooms in Port Sun as well. Lady Evelina has been staying there, although she did stay here last night, which was rather strange. I see her conversing with the convict before she departed to sleep. Normally, the last time the convict was here, she refused to stay in the building entirely.
Well, maybe she's coming around a little too. She's going to do what she feels is right and what the lady wants her to do. I may question the manner in which she delivers things sometimes, but I'm not going to question what she's saying. Not if she's speaking on part of the lady. We're going to have to respect it, regardless of whether we want to hear it or not. Your fellow knight tried to talk over her yesterday, and I had to put him in his place a little. I may only be coming to understand how you feel about these things, but I know that she is to be respected regardless, and I will make sure she is.
Well,
Now you seem
that'll be...
disappointed.
No, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm not disappointed to hear anything that comes out of your mouth, my lady.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
But it is.
You
I
seem
may
to be
not always agree
disagreeing.
with it, but not disappointed. There is a difference.
Try and remember that. We do need a safe location that we can discuss these things privately without being overheard. I feel like they should not be taking place in this chamber.
We will find somewhere more suitable, my lady.
Good, because even we need downtime, do we not?
Well, we need a more secure location for start. That is a definite. For private meetings, for sure. It will not be an easy thing to do.
No, I know. If we're going to be searching in the coming weeks, we're going to need a secure location we can call base. Things can't be overheard from the outside. As it is, the enemy were waiting for us yesterday when we went to retrieve Craxus, so somehow they overheard what was going on.
It may not be that. It may just be that they were riders riding out and sent something. Who knows? Might have just been coincidence. They are still quite rampant in the north and giving my men quite the challenge, shall we say. It's not so easy to pinpoint them down. We've been able to get ones and twos here and there like yourselves did last night, but not large enough numbers to stop this harassment.
There can't be that many of them left, surely.
No, but even a small number of Chaos Marauders is enough to cause a problem. Just one of them appearing in a village could wipe it all out. If there is no one to protect or guard them. And even then, depends on the guards and how good they are. Chaos Marauders are very strong. They are already imbued with some form of chaos energy in some form. They're not quite demons yet, but they have been offered gifts just as much as the Demon Lord was.
Former Demon Lord, sir.
Lady Zedek.